welcome back. My name is Olive. So in this class, or in this video, we're going to be going through a ladder flow. So what that means is slowly building up the practice from the ground up and then building it back down, exploring kind of similar movements within these different levels and just having a little bit of fun. So I do hope you enjoy. In terms of equipment, all you're going to need is your yoga mat and a yoga brick if you have one. If you don't, maybe a pillow or maybe a chunky book will do as well. But yeah, we're going to start lying down and I will see you there. We're going to start lying down on our backs and we're just going to plant the feet on the floor just so we have a little bit more support for the lower back. And as you start to settle down in this position, take your hands wherever feels best, and you're just going to settle into the rhythm of your breath. Don't worry about looking at the screen for now. Just start to notice every inhale that comes in through the nostrils, down the throat, into the lungs, expanding them. And how the exhale pushes the air back up and out of the body. Inhaling, feeling the growth, and exhaling, feeling the retraction. Just becoming loosely aware of the breath and trying to utilize this knowledge in our movement practice to gain perhaps a slightly bigger benefit from it. So, as we're lying down here, let's take one hand to our belly, one hand to our chest, just to check in and see how the breath moves in the front of our body. Not trying to force the body against the palms. And then you're going to take your hands to hold your rib cage off to the side, so kind of imagine it's below that bra strap area. And feel the expansion of the breath into the sides of the body and the subsequent retraction. And then lastly, you're going to take your hands down by your side and just notice if there's any increase in pressure between your back and the ground as you breathe. It's a little bit more subtle, maybe harder to notice. But the point is to draw awareness to the breath moving in your back as well. Let's go for one more breath here. And then when you're ready, just wiggle your fingers, your toes, roll through your wrists and ankles. As you blink your eyes open, you're just going to take your hands directly up towards the sky. And your feet directly above as well. So hands are over shoulders, feet are over hips, and just give everything a little bit of a shake out. Just get the blood flowing, allow the lymphatic system to sort of reset a little bit. And you're just going to come to hug your knees into your chest. Slowly rock side to side just for a moment. Cool. From here, you're going to plant your feet down to the floor again, about hip distance apart. Option to have your hands by your side or extend them up and above your head, coming down to the ground. We're just going to let the knees go down to the right, back through to the middle, and then down to the left. So this is called windscreen wipers. Just a super nice controllable way to work into internal and external rotation for our hip joints, to lubricate them, to get a movement into them as well. So just take it nice and slow, you don't need to rush. And you don't have to force your knees down to the ground. Just again, check what you're comfortable with. Cool. So we'll just go one more time each side. And then hugging your knees back to your chest. It's up to you how you come to seated. Either you rock up and down or you roll over to one side and you bring yourself up to your seated position. So let's come into some neck movements here. Specifically, we're going to work with some of the nerves in our neck that travel down into our fingertips. So you're going to take your left hand out to the side and you're going to bend your elbow a little bit and turn your fingertips in. So imagine like you're holding a jar, and as you do, you're going to take your head towards the right hand side. So you might start to observe and notice some sort of sensation traveling down the left side of your neck. And then as you turn the jar or the hand out, you bring your head back to neutral. So again, turn the jar in, head to the left, turn it out, back to neutral. Just do it 3 more times, just nice and slow. Try to again keep regularity with your breathing. So trying not to hold on to the breath. I'll go one more time. And then you release that hand. Take right hand behind your head, chin to the chest, and breathe here. Breathing down the back of your neck. And then lifting, coming all the way up. So right hand now starts by your side. Turn your fingertips in, bend the elbow a little bit. And again, as we turn the fingertips inwards, we take the head to the left side. Turn the fingers out, bring the head to neutral. Again, we'll just go a few more times, observing what's going on in terms of the body's sensations, what it's telling us. Go last 2, nice and slow. One more. And then back through to neutral, release the right hand, left hand behind your head, chin gently goes down to the chest. And when you're ready, lifting all the way up and releasing. Okay, we're going to bring ourselves into a tabletop position. And as you arrive here, stacking shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees, just take a moment to wriggle around and just move through any kind of ranges on all fours that feel good. So you can do some cat-cows if you like. You can do some kind of spinal waves. You can focus more onto your wrists, whatever feels nice. And then slowly bring it all the way back to tabletop. We're just going to test out some deeper core awareness. So you're going to extend your right leg straight behind you, but the heel is not going to lift any higher than your glutes and your hips. And your left hand is going to extend in front. Try to look ever so slightly forwards, bracing, engaging the whole of the posterior chain, so from glute down to heel. Imagine you've got a glass of water on your sacrum. You're trying to keep it balanced there. And slowly let those limbs land, and we'll swap to the other side. So right arm extends, left leg extends. And again, lightly bracing into the core just to tap into some of the activation that we want to feel there. Beautiful, and then release. We're just going to go one more time. So again, left hand in front, right leg behind. If you want to perhaps challenge yourself a little bit more, you can maybe lift your left knee about 1 inch off the ground. maybe not, doesn't matter. And then we'll swap sides last time. So right hand extends, left leg extends. Again, if you want to challenge yourself, maybe you see if you can lift your right knee off the floor, maybe 1 inch or so. Cool. And then releasing. Lovely. From here, let's bring ourselves into some rotations, which we will explore quite heavily today. You're going to press your right hand into the ground, take your left hand behind your head. You're going to inhale to rotate towards the left side, but again, still imagine that cup of water is in your sacrum. You don't want to twist into your hips. Exhale, we bring it back down. Inhale again, we rotate. And exhale, return. Last time, inhale, find the rotation. And then on your exhale, you're going to throttle your left hand behind the right, come down to that shoulder. Right hand can either go above your head, or you can wrap it around your back, whatever you feel most comfortable with. Taking one more breath here. And then release and come all the way back through to your tabletop. So let's explore the other side. Right hand behind your head. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, bring it back down. Again, inhale, rotating. Exhale, return. Last time, inhale here. On your exhale, throttle the right arm underneath. Drop down onto right shoulder, left hand again, either above or around your back. Try to sort of test out and see where your hips are. Again, we don't want them twisting too much, just so we keep even pressure through the pelvis. And then release back to your tabletop position. Lovely. So, from here, when you're ready, you're going to tuck your toes, lift your knees off the ground, coming into tabletop. Just tabletop, down dog. You're going to take a moment, pedal out the feet, move through the body, shake through the head, push through the hands, make sure shoulders are supported. Cool. I'm going to go for one more breath here, and then we're going to explore some movements for the hips. So, when you're ready, bring yourself back down into your tabletop. You're going to locate your block or whatever alternative object you have. and you're going to plant it in between your left calf and your left hamstring. You're going to squeeze your left heel towards your glute, so you start to hold that block a little bit more and activate through that posterior chain. So you push into your hands, you lift your left knee off the ground. You first of all try bring it forwards towards the left wrist a little bit, and then you take it out to the side like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant, and then you scoop it behind you so that the knee is directly behind, the heel is still squeezing in, and then we reset. So forwards, out to the side, scoop it behind, engage, and reset just 2 more times, taking it slow, trying to keep that squeeze, lightly bracing into the core, and just again working into the lower body, just to prime it. Cool. And release. We'll swap sides, so take the block behind, right hamstring, right calf, squeeze it in, lift the knee, bring it forwards, out to the side, scoop it round so it ends up behind, and then reset. Try to put even pressure through the hands and the remaining left leg. Use a breath to control and guide your movements. We'll go one more time. And then releasing. Lovely. So pop your block off to the side, return back into your tabletop. Just going to come through a couple of half vinyasa style movements. So next inhale, roll your shoulders over your wrists, come forwards into high plank. We're going to, for the first one at least, drop the knees to the ground, wrap the elbows in, slowly lower all the way to the floor. Inhale to push feet in and lift the chest as high as you want to go. And exhale, send it back to downward facing dog. Cool. Gonna go 2 more times. Again, just another chance to sort of move in line with our breath a little bit more. Inhale, come forwards, high plank. Exhale, knees down, slowly lower to the floor, looking forwards. Inhale to find your lift. Exhale, send it back, downward facing dog. Now, if you want to sort of adjust it and make it easier or make it harder, please feel free. So inhale again, rolling forwards. Drop your knees if you want, or keep them raised as you lower down. Inhale, find the lift, whatever you're comfortable with. Squeeze through your upper back. And exhale, returning, downward facing dog. Okay, let's just take a moment here. Let's check in with our body, check in with our breath. And on your next inhale, you're going to float your right leg straight behind you, coming into 3-legged dog. Look forwards to the hands. You're going to plant the foot on the outside of the hands and let your left knee come down to the ground. So either stay onto left fingertips or drop the palm to the ground. Right hand is going to go behind your head. Inhale, we rotate to the right side just like we did earlier. And exhale, return. Again, inhale, rotate, engage your glutes, keep the hips level. Exhale, return. This time we inhale, we hold here. We're going to extend the right arm as straight up towards the sky as we want it to go. Taking one more breath like this. Now this is the tricky part. You're slowly going to start to lift onto left fingertips, peeling them away from the ground, keeping the arms exactly where they are. Left hand in front, right arm behind as you bring your shoulders over your hips. From here, your right hand is going to go to your back thigh, so left thigh, and left hand reaches up and over. So kind of a hybrid pose of peaceful warrior. Take one more breath like this. And then inhale, coming forwards, taking low lunge. Exhale, pushing your hips back slowly. Float the arms by your side, lift the front toes off the ground, coming to half splits. Take your block, maybe find some assistance as you come here. And you're just going to point and flex into your toes. If you practice full splits, you're more than welcome to come into it. And if you wanted to perhaps maybe fold a little bit deeper, if that was within your range today, please feel free to explore that too. We'll go for one more breath. And then inhale, you're going to bend your front leg, so returning through. Plant the hands to the inside, squeeze your shoulder blades together, lifting your left heel towards your glutes. So squeezing in nice and tight, the same kind of feedback that we want to feel when we were doing the hip cars with the block. We want to feel that posterior chain activate. Squeezing, looking forwards. Maybe you change up, you point the toes or you flex them. Or if you would like, maybe you reach back with the right hand to hold the foot. Again, a couple different options to explore. One more breath. And then slowly release that leg. Push to the hands, lift the left knee, stepping back into your plank. We inhale, prepare the body for the vinyasa here. And exhale, we lower down. Take it in whatever way you're comfortable. Inhale, find your lift. And exhale, set it back. Down and facing dog. Take a moment, pedal out the feet. When you're ready, inhale. We are going to float that left leg straight behind us. Three-legged dog. Look forwards to the hands, plant that foot on the outside, and let the right knee come down. Left hand is going behind the head. Remember, hips are level, engaging into the glutes, find the stability for the hips. Inhale, we rotate to the left. Exhale, we come back down. Right fingertips if needs be. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, coming down. This time we inhale, we rotate, but we extend that left hand straight up, so opening through the thoracic portion of the spine. Take one more breath here. And then come higher onto your right fingertips. Engage through the deeper core so you can lift the hands off the ground, shoulders over the hips, and then dropping that back hand towards the back glute as the right hand reaches up and over. Breathing here, squeeze into the glutes, into the body. One more breath. Then inhale, return forwards, taking low lunge. Exhale, you push your hips behind you. Start to lift the front toes off the ground, coming into your half splits. Taking it however you want, with the block, without the block, full splits. Point and flex your toes if it feels good. If you want to explore that variation as well. Or fold down deeper. Cool, we're going to take one more breath here. And now wherever we are, we're going to slowly start to bend to the front leg so we can plant the hands to the inside of the left leg. Squeeze the glutes again. Draw the right heel towards your butt. It's going to be a little bit intense into the quads, into the hip flexors. So again, maybe you point or flex the toes. And maybe if you want to explore it, you reach around with the left hand to maybe hold onto the back ankle. See whatever feels good for you. Just don't compromise position for the breath. Cool. And then when you're ready, slowly release the back leg. Push and lift the right knee off the floor. You're going to step back into your plank position. So again, inhale, prepare the body here. Exhale, knees come down. Elbows are wrapped in tight. Exhale, lower. Inhale, we lift. Then return it back to downward facing dog. Okay, so we're exploring very similar kind of movement patterns, but instead of staying lower to the ground, we're going to start to build up higher. So inhale, float right leg. Look forwards at the hands, plant the foot on the outside of your hands. You're going to keep your left leg off the ground. Either stay left palm flat or come to the fingertips. Right hand is going to go behind the head. We inhale, rotate towards the right. Exhale, we come down. Inhale again, rotate. Stability through the legs. Exhale, down. Inhale this time as we rotate, we extend that top hand up. You're slowly going to push through the feet. Find that awareness and stability into the core as you lift the left hand off the ground. First of all, hand faces forwards. Then right hand drops behind. Left hand reaches up and over. Again, variation of perhaps peaceful warrior. Inhale, come forwards. Taking high lunge. You're going to straighten up your front leg. Keep the back heel lifted. Maybe bring the feet in a little bit closer if it feels more comfortable. Palms together, and then exhale, we fold forwards. So allowing the chest to move towards the ground, arms still extended overhead, chin slowly lowers to the chest. If you need to take a micro bend into the front leg, please feel free. But the fingertips are aiming to sort of land towards the ground just in front of the toes, so we can drive into them and be a little bit active into this sort of forward folding position. Breathing. Engaging and lifting the back heel as high as you can. Take one more breath here. Inhale, you're going to look forwards. Bend into the front leg. Plant your hands down to the ground in front of that right foot. Squeeze and lift the left leg off the ground, coming into standing split. So you shift your gaze, you look behind you. You point and squeeze the top toes. Now you can stay here in standing split, Or you can maybe start to practice sugarcane pose, where you drive your left heel towards your glutes, you push the right hand to the ground so you lift the chest, then slowly take left hand to the left heel. You either hold it here or you push and start to create a little bit more opening. See whatever you're comfortable with. Don't worry if you fall. Take one more breath. And then slowly you're going to release to ragdoll. So wherever you are, left leg's going to land next to right foot. You're going to bend your knees, cradle your arms, and sway side to side. Let out a deep exhale through the mouth. Cool. When you're ready, with vinyasa, hands come down, step yourself back to your plank position. Inhale, prepare the body. Exhale, lower down. Again, remember this is optional. It's up to you how you do these movements off the set sequence. And we'll meet in down dog. Lovely. Okay, let's explore the other side. So inhale, left leg floats behind you. Look forwards to the hands, planting that left foot to the outside. Again, left hand is going to go behind your head, maybe come to your right fingertips. Squeeze the butt, inhale, rotate left. Exhaling down. Inhale, rotate. Exhaling down. This time, inhale, rotate. You're going to hold here. Extend the top hand up. Really try find the rotation into, again, thoracic spine. Awareness to the deep core. Push to the feet. Release the hands. One in front, one behind. And then left hand travels to the back thigh. Right hand reaches up and over. Bending as much as you want to into the front leg. Then inhale, return. High lunge. So again, adjust your stance, bring legs in close if you feel, but you're going to straighten up your front leg, keep your back heel lifted. Exhale, folding forwards, hands come together, they stay overhead. So bend to the front leg if you need to. As the fingertips land, chin to the chest. Keep encouraging that back heel to find that lift. Good, so one more breath here. Then inhale, you're going to look forwards, bend into the front leg, take your hands down in front. As you shift the weight, squeeze and lift the right leg up towards the sky, looking behind you, coming into your standing split. So again, please feel free to stay here, or you can practice sugarcane with me. So drawing right heel to the right butt cheek, left hand goes in front and you push through the hand to lift the chest. Slowly see if you want to take the right hand behind to hold the leg. Maybe you stay there or you push the foot to the hand to find a little bit more of an opening. Regardless of where you are, let's go for one more breath. And then slowly, slowly releasing, planting the right foot next to the left, cradling the arms back into our ragdoll. Let yourself sway. Exhale out of the mouth, check in with the breath. And then planting hands, step yourself back to your plank. Inhale, prepare. Exhale to lower. Inhale, find your lift. Exhale to send it back. Cool. Okay. So take a moment, shake out through the body. So we've built it up. We're now going to start to take it down. Inhale, float your right leg straight behind you. On your next inhale, bending and squeezing heel to the butt as you bring shoulders over the wrists and bring that knee in between the hands. You're going to hold here for a second and squeeze in nice and tight. And then slowly let that knee land. You're going to slide your left leg away, but we're active through the lower body. Maybe take your block, place it underneath your right butt cheek if you need. And then taking your forearms down to the ground. So, rotations again. Press into your left forearm. Your right hand is going to go behind the head. We inhale, rotate to the right. We exhale, come back down. Inhale again, rotate. Exhaling down. Again, inhale, rotate. This time, if you want to, either extend the right hand straight above, or you can wrap it around your back, coming more into a binding position with the palm facing outwards, and maybe you can reach the right toes. See how you feel, but drive into that left elbow. We're going to hold here for one more breath, active through the body. And then slowly, slowly release, planting the hand and bringing yourself all the way upwards for a sec. Cool, so resting onto the fingertips. Start to squeeze your back heel towards your glutes, coming in nice and tight. So again, we're checking out how we're feeling in this position. It's quite deep for the quads and for the hip flexors, so test it out. Cool, we're going to take one more breath in this position. And then release the back leg. So before we experiment with mermaid, we're going to test the waters a little bit. Pun intended. So you're going to start to see if you can lift your groin further away from the ground. So you're almost bringing your back leg in closer. Push into the front leg and then release your hands by your side. Okay, so now we've sort of established this nice, strong, stable position. Let the fingertips come back down. Draw that back leg in again. And now if you want to, keep the right fingertips to the ground. You're going to reach behind you with your left hand to hold that foot. You can either stay in this position, or that foot can start to slide to the inside of the elbow. And then if you feel super comfortable, right hand reaches up and over, and maybe we connect the two together. But it's paramount that you have the stability in the lower body before you take the hands away. So just test it out, see how you feel. You can come back to it whenever. So regardless of where you are, slowly, slowly let the back leg come down to the ground. We're going to drop the hips and the butt down to the right side, bringing that left leg to the front and releasing both, giving them all a nice little shake out, especially the right leg. It's done a fair amount of work. Okay, taking left foot to the inside off that right thigh. We're going to take an inhale to draw hands up. And then exhale, folding ourselves forward. So reaching in front, perhaps bend that right leg if you need as you begin to fold. Cool. So in this forward folding movement, remember breath down the body. Try to squeeze the glutes, encourage that knee to move safely towards the ground. We'll go one more breath here. And then inhale, take your time, come all the way up. Release the right leg straight, taking left hand behind you, push into the knee, push into the heel, lift the hips, and reaching over the head with the right hand as you come to baby wild thing. Press into your hips as much as you would like, and exhale, sweeping all the way down. Release that leg straight, give it a shake, and we'll come into our final side. So cross your legs in. You're going to rock forward so you can plant your hands. Step back into your plank. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, lowering. Find your inhale to lift. And then exhale, set it back. Downward facing dog. Cool. Have a little shake, have a little move, whatever feels good. And last time, inhale, float left leg behind you. Look forwards at the hands, shoulders over the wrists, squeeze the heel to the bum as you bring the left knee in between. Holding here for one more second, and then let that knee land. Slide the back leg away, maybe use your brick if you want. Forearms come to the ground. Left hand behind the head. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, slowly come back down. Remember that glass of water on your sacrum. Inhale, rotate. Exhaling down. Last time, inhale, rotate, stay here. Maybe extend the top hand up or wrap it around your back. See whatever feels good. Good. Okay. We'll take one more breath here. And then slowly, slowly take that left hand back down to the ground, coming all the way upwards. Fingertips frame the front leg. You're going to squeeze your back heel in towards your glutes. So again, test this position, what it feels like before we experiment with mermaid. Take one more breath here. Breath. Either mermaid or king pigeon, whatever you refer to it as. And slowly let the back leg move back down. So you're going to start to bring your back knee in closer, so you lift yourself further away from the ground. See if you can find this height, but nice and strong through those legs. Okay, taking one more breath like this. And then as you slowly bring your fingertips down, keeping this height, can you bring your back heel in? You're going to reach around with the right hand if you would like to first of all test and hold that foot. If you can, bring that foot in towards the inside of the elbow. If you would like, lift the left hand away from the ground. Maybe it comes and connects the two together. Don't worry, again, test out wherever you are. We want to try find this active position so we don't collapse into the hips. And then slowly release the back leg, release the fingertips to the ground. Remove your block so you can drop the hips down to the left and bring the right leg to the front and give it all a little bit of a shake out. Okay, cool. So when you're ready, right foot to the inside of left thigh. Inhale, reaching hands up. And exhale, folding yourself forwards, bending into that front leg as much as you need, experimenting with the fold, breathing here into the body. Good. So one more breath. Then inhale as you come all the way up, taking your right hand behind you. Push your hips up towards the sky, putting the weight into the knee, the heel, as the left hand reaches up and over. Baby wild thing. Taking one more breath. And then release and coming all the way back down. Extend those legs out in front of you. Give them a little shake. Okay. So just plant your feet onto the floor about hip distance apart. Hands go behind, fingertips face whatever way. Just going to start cooling down slowly. So kind of similar to windscreen wipers, but just sitting. You're just going to let your knees go down towards right and left. Oh my god, that was a B. And again, just see what feels comfortable for your hips, for your knees, for your ankles, for your back. You don't want to take it too deep in any of the poses. We're just slowly starting to cool down. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed class and maybe experienced different movements in similar kind of positions, just from standing to seated to kneeling. Cool. And when you're ready, back through to the middle, come down to lie on your back. You're going to hug your knees in on your inhale, and then on your exhale, push your knees away. So inhale, draw in, and exhale, push away. And again, we'll just keep this going a couple of times. Also, yeah, I hope the noise hasn't been too distracting. It's always the case that it sounds so much louder when you start to film. But yeah, hopefully there was some kind of ambience to it. Okay, one more time, each way. Lovely. When you're ready from here, you're going to release your right leg down to the ground. Keep your left leg hugged in and just start to create some small circular movements into your left hip. You can move into your toes and your ankles. Change direction. And when you're ready, come back to stillness. Hug the knee in as close as you want it to go. And then take that knee down towards the right hand side. Extend your left arm away. If you have a preference for taking twists in a different way, please feel free to go with that. And then take one more breath. And slowly back through to center. Release the left leg down. Hug your right knee in. And again, nice small or big circular movements. See how it all feels. Change direction, move to your ankle, whatever feels good. Then hug it in nice and tight. Use the left arm to take that knee down towards the left side. Right arm extends away. Again, adjust however feels comfortable. Let's go one more breath here. And slowly all the way back through to center. Let's come to happy baby as our final pose. So feet go out towards the sky. Draw your knees towards your armpits. Catch hold of the feet. And let yourself move side to side. Let yourself wriggle, whatever feels good. Cool. When you're ready from here, hug your knees in. Roll over to either right or left hand side. And slowly pick yourself up to seated. Take a moment, hands to your lap, eyes are closed, shoulders in a fairly relaxed neutral position. And just taking a moment to check in with your breath, check in with your physical body, and check in with your mind. And if you'd like, palms come together. Namaste. And when you're ready to come back, you rub your palms, you build some heat. Hands over the eyes. And draw yourself back. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this was a fun kind of practice for you to do. If you want to check out my previous classes, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. And any comments, questions, or suggestions for future classes, let me know and I will make them happen for you. Okay, until then, see you next time.